Welcome all, everybody. Dr. Neeta, Shada ji, Amita ji, Karna ji, Anu ji, and 2022 G. I don't know who that person is, but 2022 G. So, Mez, hi. I'm so happy. I'm glad that you all could come here.
Hello, hi, Sharoo. How are you?
I'm absolutely good, Mez. How are you?
Good. Long time. I was just thinking about you a few days ago.
Wow. Amazing. If you're thinking that, I'm really grateful that at least I'm in your heart and your mind. So you
Yes,
think
100%.
about me. Thank you so much, Mez. Thank you so very much. Okay, so what we can do right now is I'm just going to wait for another 3-4 minutes, and then there's an amazing music, and I want everybody to put their headphones on. It's a beautiful music, and it's a no copyright music, okay? And I'll keep repeating because this music is for just 7 or 8 minutes. Then I'll just again repeat the cycle because it's so beautiful, it's lovely, and especially when you are wearing the headphones on. So I would request all of you to just enjoy these moments of yourself with your breath and with the angels. This music is amazing. I love this music. So yeah, so before that, anybody wants to say anything or share anything? No? अरे यार, एक हंसता हुआ स्माइलिंग चेहरा कोई दिखा दो, कुछ अच्छे से कुछ बोल दो.
No, maybe I will speak about Acturian, Sharoo.
Yes, please do that. Thank you.
Yes. So I hope every one of you knows that I have read the book like We the Acturians, and it was really amazing to see that they are from the 5th dimension, and these Acturians wants to connect us to every one of us. There's no exception that they will connect only to one person or another. So yesterday there was a bit of coincidence. There was a buzzing sound which happened on my ear while Sarada Garu was taking the session, Acturians, and literally while I'm speaking in the middle, I got a message like immediately to stop speaking. And so then I realized, Acturians are literally listening to us. And I don't know if any one of you, have read this book, because I wanted to to listen to the experiences or the wisdom from Acturians. If any one of you can share, please. Of course, Sharoo, this is also a question from my side.
No, right now I haven't, but yes, I'm planning to read this book because that's what Ram Garu has also told me long back when you and Ram Garu had read this book, and there was a lot of pull. But right now I'm in the middle of a few books, and I'm just putting my head into that book because I just want to understand certain things about my life. So I'm usually busy with that. But no, I'm going to really definitely going to read that book. But yes, when we talk about the buzzing in your ears, that is also one of the signs that we always get, whenever the light beings are there, whenever the light beings are near. So recently there was a lady who had called me up, who used to hear the ringing of bells in her ears. So that is the Brahmanada. So she used to hear that through that bell, and she could not understand what it was. And it was such a beautiful experience that she told me about her experience, her life, that I was literally amazed that how angels try to connect with your light beings, or these higher beings are trying to connect with us. Yes. So yes, Nilima, what you felt was, I think, one of the higher beings who was trying to connect with you, since you were in that zone at that time. Yeah. So, great, lovely.
Thank you, Sharoo. Yes, Anuji, you wanted to share something?
Yeah, hello Nilima ji, hello Sharoo ji. Because you asked, I have to tell you something. Okay, so from past, I think 1 or 2 weeks, I'm also reading that book. but I made a thing. I was like, I want to know more about you. And what is happening is I'm getting messages from the movies that I'm watching about soul plan from so many different places. The information is coming, and yesterday I got information on from the Arcturian Council as of yesterday, and I was really thinking, should I really post it in Beam or not, because it's been channeled by a lady called Rita. um, I sent it to my brother, but I was really hesitant. I was like, should I send it or not, because everyone is spiritual. Probably there are so many. It's like in a day I get now like 5 to 6 messages from Placidians, Arcturians in some way or form, not directly.
Yeah.
But I know that I get led to see those, which is uncanny. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's in written form or some format. So if you're okay, I can read. But the session is about Sharoo Ji's, and I just wanted
Yeah,
to say
maybe
that
later on. Yes.
yes. I wanted to just say that Sharoo Ji somehow picks up the right topic for us. I really admire this, that she see, everyone is talking about such fancy, when you go and watch a romantic movie, the hero meets lady and there are love songs and everything. That movie you just see. But what Shahrukh does, she shows you actually documentaries, which is bloody happening in our lives. We need to know these blocks. We need to know where we are failing. We need to know where the ego is raising hands. And Sharuji, I know you're guided by the angels. It is really brave of you. It's really kind of you to spend your time and energy to talk about such dark subjects also. Not dark, but unknown. Because there are books on everything, literally, which are talking about ascension to enlightenment to everything, right? It's coming from all the sides. But to talk about these pitfalls, and also to talk about the things that we don't even see it as roadblocks, or probably we are wearing this glass. We don't know which ones of these are blocks and which one of these are imagination. So thank you for really upping the sessions every time. So just wanted to say thanks. And if you guys are okay, I will share what the Arcturian Council has shared in the Beam family, that entire message, if it's okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yes. Yes. I think there are so many people who now know about Arcturians. So I think we should also arrange a session where Nilima, Anuji, Ramgaru, Madhugaru, they are all contributing and telling us more about Arcturians, because I am very much interested in knowing more about them. So please, Nilima, please arrange a session where we can know more about them and your experiences, and Anuji's experiences, and the experiences of Ramgaru as well when he was reading the book. Be the
Yes.
Arcturians.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So just a little bit of meditation we are going to do, because this music is lovely. I want all of you to be there in this music. Please listen to this music with your headphones on. And it is just a 7-8 minutes music, because this topic that I'm going to talk about, I think it will call in for a lot of discussion, because this is about the traps, and I'm absolutely sure that you all might have gone through these traps, maybe one or two traps at least, and maybe consciously or unconsciously, and you would love to share your experiences with all of us. So little bit of music, meditation, and then we are going to be back in a while. So just be with your breath. I'm going to share the music. Just let me know whether it's audible.
Yes,
Headphones
sure.
on. Headphones on, please. Headphones on, please. slowly and gently. You can come back to your physical awareness. And you can welcome this world with a beautiful smile on your face. Hello everyone. I hope you enjoyed this short meditation. I hope everything, that was so chaotic, it is just settled and it is just dissolved somewhere. I hope you felt the same the way I did. I hope you felt the same. So I just wanted to share this beautiful, lovely, short music with all of you, because whenever I hear this music, I'm just somewhere else. It's like, it takes me somewhere else, and everything that is going on inside of me just settles down. So yeah. Okay, so anybody wants to share any experience before I hop into the session? Thank you, Shadagar. Thank you so much. Yeah, the birds. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing this. It just, the music just takes you somewhere else, where everything is so beautiful, and the animals are beautifully, happily singing, and the trees are just ruffling around, and there's so much beauty in that. So thank you. Thank you so much. So anybody wants to share anything, or should we hop into the session? Because everybody's so quiet today. I don't know why, but everybody's so quiet. Okay, so I'm going to hop into this session that is about the traps that we feel, and we usually we always have in the spirituality or in our spiritual journey. See, friends, as far as these traps are concerned that I'm going to talk about today, I think, as I said earlier as well, mostly all of us might have had gone through these traps, and maybe we were not conscious about them, we were not aware about them, but still we went through it, or maybe we discarded them at one point of time, I think. And but today, I probably this session is going to just give you a nudge that, hey, maybe I also went through the same at one point of time, but now I have to be aware that this doesn't happen again. Because the main reason why I'm telling you about these traps is not to tell you that you have been a failure or I was a failure in my life, because even if I was getting into that trap, or anybody is getting into that trap, that person is going to really learn also from these traps, because these traps are there somewhere telling you that, hey, there is something that you need to work on, because this is what they showed me. The angels showed me how these traps can trap you, how these can actually put you under their mesh and their net, and they will not let you leave. So the only thing we need to understand, all of us as spiritual beings, as meditators, is that we all are in the same boat. Trust me, we all are riding in the same boat. There are people who are little ahead of us, there are people who are a little behind, and there are people who are between, in that boat. But that boat is taking everybody, each one of us, to that particular destination where we want to go. So even if we have different experiences, but we are sailing together in that. So this is what I wanted to tell all of you. So now the question is, about these traps that I'm going to talk about. So basically, when we say spiritual growth, whenever we talk about the spiritual growth, friends, for me the spiritual growth means basically a process of awakening to my true self, to my true nature, my purpose and potential. This has always been the definition of my spiritual growth. And when we undergo spiritual growth, we experience a lot of expansion, not only in our awareness and insight, but also, awareness, the expansion on the level of higher consciousness as well. But the problem here is that this path that we always talk about, that is the spirituality, it is always filled and laden with a lot of traps of many kinds. And trust me, friends, these traps are not physical at all. They are mental and emotional. And that is the reason why these are also called as anti-awakening forces, because they are something that they are trying to, maybe pull us down for some time, but they are also shoking us up. They are stirring us up that, hey, Sharoo, you have to do something about it. Because we as mind-oriented beings, because we are completely oriented by mind, whether you believe it or not, because most of the time, it's the logical mind that is, steering the wheels of our lives. And in fact, we are always controlled by our thoughts because we are mind-oriented beings. So it becomes very difficult for us to come out of that conditioning, because we have been conditioned to know and understand that we are our thoughts. We start identifying with our thoughts, and that is the problem with us. And this is how everything starts crumbling down. Now, I'm going to discuss few traps to you, and maybe you will feel also, maybe it will be relatable to you. And if it is, then please do share your experience with me, so that, we also learn so much from you. So the first thing that I have understood as far as the traps are concerned is, the spiritual bypassing, which has always been there. And when we talk about spiritual bypassing, is most of the people, what happens is, because they are, in a problem and in a situation, they feel that meditation or spirituality is something that will help them avoid their responsibilities, which is there in their physical life. So that, the meditation is going to suppress, and it will help them escape from their situations. It's just like, that example that we used to always learn whenever we used to be in the school, that there is a pigeon somewhere, and the pigeon is just there's a cat and there's a pigeon, and the cat wants to eat the pigeon, and the pigeon knows that the cat is going to eat. So what the pigeon does is, it just simply closes the eyes and feels that, no, there is no fear, and now the cat is not going to eat me. So it's similar situation we always are in, whereby the situation is there, the circumstances are there, but we are running because we want to escape. We don't want to, see that problem, that issue, which is actually crippling our lives. That is what it is. So one is the spiritual bypassing that we all do, most of the people we do. So, there was a Zen saying that I'm going to share with you. It is really, really, really important for me, because this quote really, it really pushes me up. So there is a Zen saying which says that before enlightenment, chop wood and carry water, and after enlightenment, chop wood and carry water. What does that mean? So it means that you really, really have to be humble, and you have to really recognize that the ordinary daily life that we have, this mundane daily life that we have, is the perfect place to, learn the lessons and to teach the lessons. It is perfect place to spiritually grow and mature. But what we do instead is, we just feel that there's so many people whom I know who just take a recluse into the meditation, and they just don't want to look into the responsibilities that they have, and they will just sit there and they say that, okay, I have to meditate, but I'm not going to take care of the responsibilities. I remember Patriji, when he had come to Delhi one day, and I had gone there to meet with him. So what Patriji told me was, because it was already 8 o'clock at night, and it takes about 1.5 hours for me to reach my home. So I just asked Patriji, sir, I have my kids there, and I have to cook the dinner for them. Is it okay if I don't eat the dinner here and I go? You know what Patriji said? He said, you quickly go and you cater to your children first. You're not supposed to have dinner here. You go, you can have the dinner here next time when I come. But right now you have to rush home, go cook for your kids, give them food, and then talk about the spirituality, and then sit for meditation. So this is what he also believes in, that we cannot bypass anything. We cannot do that. We are not supposed to do that. This is the biggest trap that we always have. Then another one, which is a very potent trap that I can tell you, that I think, most of the people, it just creeps inside of you. It just gets into you. So that is the superiority one. When you start feeling superior, when you start feeling, when you start looking down upon the other people because you think that they are not consciously advanced or awakened. I'll give you a very simple example, very simple. Today, after coming into spirituality and in PSSM, I learned that we have to be complete vegetarians. Although I was a non-vegetarian, a hardcore non-vegetarian. And, at that time, I didn't feel anything wrong about it, because it was just a routine in my life. It was something that was there in my life, and I had to pursue it because it was my family feeding me with that. And I was grateful to my family who was giving it to me. I didn't know that, you have to be compassionate towards the animals. And this is, I never knew the reasons behind that, that why we should not get into that. But I have seen people talking to me. I have seen people discussing and looking down on other people who are non-vegetarians, just because we are in here, and we have got that awareness and understanding that now we must not kill the animals. Maybe sometimes this superiority complex creeps in, that, hey, we are on the spiritual path and we are doing this and we are doing that. What are you doing? You're still a non-vegetarian. We start looking down upon them. Why should we do that? Who are we to judge them? Are we supposed to judge them because they have their own path that they have chosen? If they choose to come to that path, which is which is going to accrue good karma for them, that is fine. If not, then they have their own journeys, their respective journeys. Even my brother and brother's family, they are complete non-vegetarians, and I used to tell them not to have this, and because I used to be very insistent and persistent in that. But they chose not to. They said that no, we can't do without it. And then I just forgot that, and I said, okay, fine, I'm not going to pursue it. And then I talked to Patriji about it. I asked him, sir, Patriji, what do I do about such things? So he said, it is their karma, it is their journey. Right now, maybe they are not awakening to that fact. Maybe they are not awakened to that path. And that is the reason why they are doing that. So it's okay. You don't have to interfere into that path. Who are you to interfere and judge them? Let them walk on their paths. Let them come back to this path where you are today. But let them take that journey, because it is their journey that they have orchestrated. It is their soul plan. You took your journey. It was your choice not to be a non-vegetarian, and you became a vegetarian. So you're not supposed to judge anyone. So when Patriji told me this, that was the time when I started, looking at these people also with compassion, because I used to feel very, different whenever I used to see the non-vegetarian people. I used to see, oh, they're non-vegetarians. How can they do that? How can they kill, let that thing come into their stomachs and all that stuff? A lot of judgment was there. But when this understanding came upon me, when I started understanding that, no, they are also on their path. In time, they will be able to come to that understanding that, no, this is not right. We have to go somewhere else. This is not our direction. This is not our true nature. When that will dawn upon them, that is the time when they will, change their paths. So we are not supposed to interfere into that path. So that superiority is one which I have told you. The second superiority is, when you start thinking that, oh, especially the people who take the sessions like me and so many masters, when we start thinking that, oh God, we are the senior pyramid masters and we are this and that, and, we can give what the others cannot give. We can do what the other people, they can't get. It's not that. Each and every person over here, be it anybody, there is, there are 17 people over here in this session. Each and every person has a capability to take a session today. Each and every person is a great grandmaster, in my eyes. I am not somebody whom you can consider as Sharoo is the senior pyramid master, and somebody is just the master. Master is master. When we talk about Lord Jesus and when we talk about Mahatma Babaji, do we say that Lord Jesus is the great grandmaster and Mahatma Babaji is just the master? No, we don't. Because we know that they are at the same pedestal, there are the same energies. It's just the body or the shape differs. That's all. So I feel literally sometimes disappointed when somebody calls me a senior pyramid master, or somebody calls somebody a senior pyramid master, and the other people are just the masters. No, guys, everybody is a master. In my eyes, everybody, be it Anuji, be it Shada Garu, be it Mez, be it Swarna, be it Lakshmiji, be it Sachin, be it anybody, they all are great grandmasters in my opinion. Because a person who is just standing in front of you, who knows that that person is an old soul? Maybe I am just a baby soul and that person is an old soul. Who knows? Do you even know what sort of soul journey that person is taking? No, we don't know. Only that energy, that source knows. Then who are we to judge? But we do judge. When we step into spirituality, we do judge. We always categorize people. We always differentiate people. That, okay, this person has been in the spirituality for 20 years. So that person is, oh my God, the knowledgeable one, the wise person, the person who has got wisdom. But the person who has just got into the meditation and is there for 1 year, no, that person is just there, just a baby, No. I have seen people who have just entered into meditation, and they're such great souls. Their soul is evolving like anything. Probably my soul evolved, like a tortoise. It was like, a steady, small steps it was taking. But there are souls who are just being here and for 1 year only, and they are actually making such good advancements in their own spiritual journey. They are working, at the back end. They are not there for fame or glory or popularity. They are not doing anything for that. They're just doing it for their own purpose, of their own spirituality. And that is what the real spirituality is, when you're not expecting anything. But do you think it is true here today? I don't see that. And it really appalls me sometimes, that what is spirituality? Where are we going? What are we doing? Are we spiritual? When all these questions, when I started asking myself, that was the time the clarity started coming that, hey, Sharoo, you have to work a lot on yourself. And then was the time when I started working on myself. And today, if somebody, calls me just Sharoo and calls themselves as senior pyramid master, I start laughing that, hey, what are you doing? Do you know we all are one? It's just the path is different, that's all. But then I know that it is, the path. The way I started understanding this, maybe they have not understood that right now. Maybe in due course of time, they will understand that as well. Then there is another kind of a trap, which is also very prevalent in spirituality, is savior complex, which I think all of us might have gone through this when we came into spirituality. Savior complex is like, if we have awakened to our purpose, then probably we have to awaken the other person, even if the other person doesn't want to. So we have this craving that, hey, let's do this social work. Let's do this, and when the other person is not willing to do that, when it is not time for the other person to do that, what happens to us? We start getting depressed. We start feeling, a hatred towards that person, that what is this person? Why is this person not thinking about all these things? Why? So there is a very a quote that Patriji always uses, that where the angels, where the angels don't tread, the fools rush in. So he always says that there is no need to help the other people if they don't want to be helped, if they have not asked for the help, if they haven't asked you that you should awaken them. Why are you doing that? In fact, a few years back, I went and I talked to them about I talked to him about my younger son, who had a major gift, but he did not accept that gift, the psychic ability that he had, and because of that, that gift had gone. And I just asked Patriji what to do. So I've been trying really hard, that he should meditate and he should bring that psychic ability back. So he absolutely looked at me for 1 second and he said, "Why are you doing that?" So I said, because I'm the mother and I think that, if I do that, probably that gift is going to come back. So he said, "Who are you to decide?" So I said, "I'm the mother." So the mother just goes when, the child is only 6 or 7 years old. After that, it is a decision of the child, the soul. Let him take his own decision. If it is time for him to do that, he will reawaken himself. You are not supposed to interfere. And that was the time. And today is the time. It's been 4 or 5 years. I've never interfered in anybody's life. I've never interfered in anybody's awakening process. My face, the way he told me, he literally used that word, "Who are you?" And absolutely, today when the angels also tell me that, "Who are you, Sharoo?" Yes, you can make efforts. You can tell them once, that's all. And that's where your, duty or responsibility, finishes. That is all. You're not supposed to do more than that. But what we do is, do we listen to our higher self at that time? No, because that savior complex, that because we want to be a savior of everybody, the neighbors, the friends, the relatives, we want to save everybody, which we are not supposed to do. Yes, we can do it once, but we cannot just be after them that, hey, change. Because unless and until, as I said in my quote, the quotes, the angelic quotes that I write, and I'm grateful to the angels for giving me such words, the changes do not come because you want them to be there. Changes come only when the person wants that change to come into their lives. So we cannot do that. We can't. And then there is a very important trap, which I'm talking about, is the trap of attachment. This is something, that I think mostly also people go through, in which we really get attached towards our experiences, our visions. Yes, mystical experiences that we go after, or whatever it is, they are significant for our spiritual growth. But when the time when we start getting attached to these experiences, that is the problem. That is the time we start suffering, because we start forgetting that everything passes. Everything is transient, everything is temporary, even our transcendental experience. Today, what angels have given me, it is not necessary that I'm going to have that till I die. Maybe they will take me if I start becoming selfish, if I'm not selflessly doing my work. Maybe they will take that gift away. We need to understand that enlightenment is not a destination, it's a journey, it's a prolonged journey. And the day when we start surrendering to this fact, the day when we start understanding that these experiences are not our protection blankets, they are the catalyst of our growth, that is the time when we will start changing, when we will come out of that trap. So friends, I will not say that that you have to worry if you have fallen into any of the traps, because I have fallen into it. The only thing is that we don't have to become entangled by our ego or ensnared by our ego, because ego is the only thing in spirituality that teaches us a lot. And if we are listening to that ego, and if you're not getting ensnared by it, if we are not getting entangled by it, and we start working on what the ego self is telling us, that is the time when we come out of that trap. That is the time when we become more open, we become more humble, we become more honest with ourselves and the entire universe. That is the time, when the learning starts. So I am learning, and I'm learning so much from the angels. I'm learning from these traps. So I would definitely love to hear your experiences, if you've had undergone any experience of these traps, because these are very important. And it is I would request you to come out with your experiences, because this is something that I wanted to share, and I've shared what I had. So is there anybody who wants to tell me or share anything, their experiences, your experiences, that you've had this kind of an experience at one point of time? Oh God, I think this was a very heavy topic, I guess, because everybody is just,
Charity, I'm just going to go first.
Yes, Anu.
So I'll start from the last thing that you said, attachment of experiences and visions. When I came into PSSM, because before that there was not organized spirituality for me. It was more of an experience that I had from childhood, right? But when I came here, I kind of realized that everyone weighs it based on how much experiences are you having in that session, how many gods have you seen in that particular session. So I kind of felt like an outcast in the beginning. Not just PSSM, but also some other places. I'm not talking about Patriji. I'm just talking about gathering of people. And like there was one instance where I went and sat and everyone saying, I saw Ganesha, I saw Rama, I saw everyone. And I was the only one. When they asked me, what did you see? I said, dolphins in Antarctica, probably, or an ice cream. I don't know. So I said, I didn't, but I had a very peaceful thing. And I just couldn't do meditation again for some time. I was like, I am nowhere there, because these people are so advanced. They're directly talking to, this is way back into 3 years back, and I started questioning everything, uh, or even getting doubts on my own vision, whether I'm creating it now. There is a peer pressure of knowing it. So things like that. So that was one. It is a little convoluted, but I would just wanted to say this was an outcome of one. And what you're saying is right. I've seen real life examples of people who were astrally very, very strong, and the gift has been taken away from them because they became egoistic about it. And there was a particular lady who could not only do time travel but teleport and whatnot, and it was just taken away from her. I mean, because she kind of started using it for her own benefits and things like that. That is one. Other thing is, when you were talking about the savior complex, um, I think a couple of years back, I tried to tell my kids to do meditation. First is the people you have at home, and you want to do that and change them and things like that. And in one of the sessions, I was shown a lotus and a bud that you can't forcefully remove or make the bud bloom. In the process, when you're doing it, you're hurting the bud. It will not bloom, and it's just so wrong. Through that experience, I got to know that I should not really interfere in anyone's journey, um, be it in, be it my own child. Like my younger one, my daughter, she just doesn't even want zoos or even circus. Like she hardly knew about it, but she said, no, we should not have whales and dolphins in captivity. She didn't like that San Diego, whatever they have, these big sea, um, it's called something sea. I don't remember the name, but where these aquatic poor animals are kept in captivity for all their age, right? So, but because she's already aware about it, and she's very strong. While as my son is like has a different purpose. So I kind of am growing in that. So all these things that you're talking about, even spiritual bypassing, you won't believe. In the beginning, I was actually going behind. While I was doing spiritual shopping, also I was also doing this. Okay, if I get attached to this particular master, all my problems will get solved, automatically solved. They will do it now for me. I don't have to do anything. Probably that was one of the reasons 15 years back I kind of got very serious about spirituality, because I wanted to someone else to do my take up, so that I could escape from the situation. So I don't think there's anything here that you didn't talk about, that at least I have not felt. So thank you so much, including even judgment on people in the beginning. Now it's a little different. It's judgment doesn't happen that often. But it does. I won't say it's completely gone, but sometimes it does raise its. You know, I see myself, if I'm doing it, I quickly stop it. But I generally don't do it. So yeah. But thank you so much. Thank you, Sharuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anuji. Thank you so very much. There was a time when, but because my journey with Patriji is like 11 and a half years or 12 years now. So it's like when I had also started understanding how he works and what he says and why he says, when I started reading the lines, that he used to speak about. So when the people used to say, they used to go there, and Patriji used to say, any question that was being put forward to Patriji used to say, go and meditate. You'll get the answer. Go and meditate. So they used to come to different masters and they used to say that, how can meditation help us? And today, if somebody asks me that, I always remember those words of Patriji, because, why he used to say all that is because nobody is your savior. You are your own savior. Your breath is going to save you. You are going to save yourself. Nobody is going to hold your hand completely 100% till you die, and he will just take you there. No. And that is the reason why Patriji never gets attached to anybody. For him, a person who has just entered into meditation is the same, or as far as the other person who has just been there for meditation for 20 years, because he knows that we are all one. It's just that the journey differs. So thank you, Anu. Thank you so very much.
So one more thing about him is that he never blesses anyone. I love that thing, that he doesn't let anyone touch his feet. He says, there's no blessing. You have to, whatever,
Yes.
like I've seen him he's so funny at times, Actually, I have to say it. Is it okay if I say it?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
So there was this lady who was in front of me and she met Patriji. She's like, Patriji, what is Jesus telling about me? He says, who are you? You think Jesus has no other work? He's left everything and he's coming and telling in my ear, what should you do? You bloody do. He used these words. He said, go sit in the pyramid and meditate and then figure it out. There's no one doing this. And the second thing, that he doesn't create these paraphernalias. He's just saying no blessings, because you have to bless yourself as your higher self, or know your own things, what you are, right? And so clear about everything. So yeah,
Yes.
he's such a great master who has kept it so simple. So very truth is simple and powerful. That's what he's done. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Because he's being honest with not only with himself, but with the entire world. And that is what, spirituality is, to be honest with yourself. So thank you, Anu. Thank you so much. Ji Swarna ji.
Yeah, thank you, Shariji. Thank you so much. As always, beautiful
Thank you.
music. Wow, heart opening, even though it was short but sweet.
Thank you.
So, yeah, and also deep. Yeah, so true, as Anuji was saying, like, yeah, meditation or spirituality is the answer for everything. So first time I heard from Patriji sir, like, if you have any questions, go ask yourself. So since then, I stopped asking around for questions or queries that I have. And, from the from our beliefs that, oh yeah, I wish somebody could resolve these problems. I wish I have some person who can handle this problem for us. Those situations we came from, and now and then we still struggle with that. And which master shall I go and ask? So then we learned that every master will tell their own experience, right? Not from your point of view. Your level and your experiences, your situation is different than the other master. So just you read books, of course, nothing hurts asking, but that is, don't think that will give you the solution, and that is that will give you take you out of that problem, whatever you're going through. So that's what I learned. And yeah, so you are so true. After coming into meditation, you stop judging. And if you are judging, means there's something going on within you. So different way of looking, right? So we started looking into, yeah, so I'm thinking about her, so what am I? It's definitely, it's deep rooted. We think, oh, that person is like that, but maybe that's the same feelings that you might be having. So it is so much funnier when, and we can correct that. Oh, okay, so no judging. If somebody's saying something, so just give a laugh, smile, and just be quiet, and later you will understand. You did so good, well, good job not responding to them, or not giving a, your energy is towards. So but yeah, now and then I do respond immediately. Oh, they answered that, so let me answer. So later you feel, oh my gosh, why did I do that? I should have be quiet. So that is like more wisest thing. Then you learn again, right? So always is a learning, and always is a beautiful journey after coming into this meditation. So yeah, initially we think, oh, I'm into meditation, and let's pull everyone into meditation, because we think like we changed and we can change everyone. But no, we don't change anything. So this morning I got a thought, in the vivid dream. I was like, and I was whole night, I think I was like thinking about this, like universal love. So we are all looking for love, and everybody is looking for love, and everybody are trying to merge into love. So everything is love. So why are we worrying, and why are we thinking, and what else we are looking outside, other than love? So that was a beautiful thought. It came. So when we have that concept very strong, then everything we just take it as love. If you are worrying, give a love to yourself. If somebody is worrying, give a love to them, right? If you are greedy or you want something, just love and appreciate the creator. Wow, how beautiful that car is, how beautifully they are driving. So just live it. Other than love, I don't say anything. So that was the beautiful vivid dream experience kind of thing. I was not too deep, nothing else, but those thoughts was coming in my mind. So yeah, so you don't bring anyone into the meditation, just you share your experience, and they see you change, and they will change. Oh wow. And have a discussion. So recently, yesterday only, I got a discussion with my teenager daughter. She's in the college, and she sees you, and she tries to bring very good concept like oneness and free will. And you can't exactly these things. She's not a good meditator, but she understands everything. She took a psychology in the college. So but she came like, you cannot force someone to do it. That's what the exact thing she brought up. Then if they think it's not worth to do it, then they don't do it. So how can you make them to say that's worth? You just say to their level. If they get it, they get it. Otherwise they don't get it. So don't forcing, shouting doesn't work. That's the point she brought into my attention, even though we know it, but she made it clear. So just only you can have to persuade them with the polite and lovely voice. yeah, this is right. But again, you can't tell to your level. You have to go to their level and tell. So they definitely will attract. What we think is you just say as from your level. You think, yeah, I changed, so they have to change. So that doesn't work. So whatever their level, bring them. So yeah, these things brings them. That's more than a meditation, right? So what are we asking them to meditate? So we meditated, we came to that level, and they're talking the same level. So yeah, slowly they will, when the time comes, they understand. But only we have to see, are we at the right path? As Sharoo ma'am, you brought up, like, are we doing the same thing? So we need to think why we are in, even if we are among like 4 or 6 members in the family, why only we came into the spirituality, right? So something to change from within us and take care of surrounding. That is the only reason you have come. Otherwise, why everybody are not coming? There is a purpose, higher purpose. Maybe something you need to change and change around you and the universe. So that is the concept. And we don't think, oh, we changed and why things are not changing. No, you just keep doing what you're doing, and you have some higher purpose, some purpose you have come. So everything, I thought I'm the best person in the family, but I always think, oh no, I came because I need to change a lot. So yes, ma'am, so it's so beautiful. We just keep doing what we need to do. We don't change anyone, or think that why they are like that, why they are. If you want to say something, say. If you don't, just have a smile and keep quiet, right? So depend on the situation. So yeah, thank you very much, Sharuji. As always, you give a questions thought-provoking and bring everything within us, make us to recollect and revisit the concept that we are going through. Thank you all for it.
Thank you so much, Swarnaji. I'm really glad that you shared your experience with your child and with your daughter, because it is through them that we are learning and we are growing. So we should be grateful that they are teaching us. And yes, change, as I said, nobody changes. We cannot change unless and until the other person wants to change. So it is not our prerogative, it is their prerogative. Our prerogative is to change ourselves, because that is what our karma says, that we are responsible for our actions. We are not responsible for anybody's action. So thank you, Swarnaji, for bringing out these things also, and your valuable inputs. Thank you so much, Swarnaji.
Thank you, Sharuji. Thank you so much.
Ji Vidya ji.
Namaste, Sharuji. Beautiful session as always. You're always. I'm so glad we have you and other masters, helping us watch out, because there are always pitfalls, right? Like spiritual ego and other things that you have mentioned. And it does happen to everyone. They all go through this. So being aware and being watchful, I think it helps. And whether spirituality or not, I feel in general, in our lives, we have always been judgmental about people, whether others are eating non-veg, or whether it is, others doing what you think is, like, I always used to think you have to tell the truth, and if others didn't, even my family members, knowingly or unknowingly, I had a bias and I would just act differently. And my husband would always not appreciate that. He says it's not always black and white, you are always expecting. So I've been very judgmental. I've noticed that. I think meditation has helped us become more aware of that fact. And I am, like you said, everyone has their own learning to do in their own time. Just like children too, right? Whether it's spirituality or not, they all don't mature at the same time. Each one, like the right moment comes and they ripen at that time. Even we couldn't compare our children with other children. Each one did differently. So I think everything in life has its time. Like we came into spirituality now. I'm like, almost half through the life. So preaching, like, the benefits are so much. I feel like it would be nice for others, like our family, like others mentioned here, our family members to do. And forcing is not the way. They did see, they tried it out. Maybe it's not the right time and they wouldn't. But like I have my sister-in-law, she really wanted her brother, who's my husband too. She's the one who introduced me meditation. So she came here, she was like, no, all of us have to do it. And she would make all of them do. I connected to it, but they wouldn't really do. And later on, I saw that, they tried, they left it out. But my younger son, somehow he was feeling restless in college and other things. So he tried to do it in his own way. And when we connected together, and he actually spoke to me about meditation and how it is, what it feels inside. And I was so happy because it came out from his own efforts, not that I was trying to tell him. And I think we can teach them more by doing rather than saying. So what I do, and if they see that I'm more happy and more peaceful, they want to try it out. So great wisdom. There are a lot of topics that you touch there. And I think it is each person's journey. And I think being aware of it is what will help all of us get there. So thank you, Sharoo.
Thank you, Vindhya-ji. Thank you so very much. You always share your beautiful experiences with all of us, and which also gives us an opportunity to learn. So thank you, Vindhya-ji. Thank you so very much. I would request Sridhar Garu to say a few words or give his inputs, because I'm really very grateful that he is here today in this session. So Sridhar Garu, if you are listening.
Yes, ma'am.
Ji, sir. See, I would love to hear from you.
For me, I always think that everyone comes with their own baggage. So we should not take responsibility of others' baggage. And we have enough of our baggage, so we need to clear that first. And then, if possible, I don't say don't tell others to meditate, but you need to tell them without expecting them to do it. It is our duty to tell people that yes, meditation has got advantages and benefits, and it's for their own benefit. So that's how I take it. I don't stop telling people that meditation is good. At the same time, I don't stop telling people eating non-veg is not so good. But but I don't expect them to stop immediately as soon as I say. The heartburn comes when you expect people to listen to you and then follow you.
Absolutely.
And you just tell them, that's it. Yeah, good things have to be told to people, but you don't need to follow them up and then say whether they're following it or not. And it's up to them. And
Yes.
In one of the writers wrote in one of the movies, they say the good things said at the right time to the right people will work magic. So if the time comes, then they'll remember these words which you said to them, and then they definitely get back to you. But that's what I do. I mean, I don't expect anybody to change with my words, but at the same time, I keep telling them. That's it. So because I believe in that, because we have enough baggage to clear ourselves, and then everybody comes with their own baggage, whether it is past karmas, prarabdha karma, whatever karmas they have, and whatever they have scripted and came in as souls. So we can only act as catalysts, but not as influencers or somebody who can drag them into a different path. There is nothing called dragging. Even if you think that you are dragging, nothing happens. That's what I think.
True. Wonderful, Sridhar Garu. Thank you so much. Because when you talked about the expectation thing, yes, we always do everything with an expectation. As you say that that if we are teaching meditation with an expectation that the person is instantly going to follow us, then yes, when the expectations are not up to the mark, then we start feeling sad that why is that person not doing this? Why not right now? Maybe it is not the journey. Maybe he has orchestrated something for his own self. Maybe his soul plan is a little different from what we expect it to be. So when there is an expectation attached to anything that is related to meditation or spirituality to us, that is where we start suffering. So thank you so much, Sridhar Garu, for bringing up this. So thank you so much. Shukriya. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ma'am, Sharoo ma'am, just one thing I remembered I wanted to say, Seth Master in one of his books, Seth Speaks, says, when the souls are waiting to come to earth to reincarnate, right? They want to actually experience, they want to be a prostitute, they want to be a drunkard, they want to be even a murderer, they want to be a rapist, they want to do, it's like a movie for them, right? When you are in the other realm, they want to do all the characters and they want to justify it 100%. They want to be in that character 100%. When they are here, they won't remember. So why would they even budge? Because maybe that's what they have come down to experience completely. So there's that, like, we ourselves, who, if we even judge, we ourselves must have taken so, like, each, they say, for we take, to learn one lesson, we take sometimes 4 to 5 lives, lifetimes. Then only we get to understand the entire bit of how the anger has rippled, or how it's affected others. One aspect of it, it takes more than 1 year. So how can we even judge others or even expect others to do something else? So yeah, just wanted to add, I just remembered that this was one of the things that we do come, and with this is what we really plan. Even these, what are the things that we'll be really weak with? Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, Anu, thank you so much for sharing this little snippet that you read. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Anuji. Thank you so much. Shukriya. So anybody else wants to say anything before we wind up? Is there anything, any point that you want to add or anything that you want to say? I hope you liked this session. अरे इतना तो बता दो. Okay, guys, raise the hands if you like this session. It will give me an extra push that Sharoo, you have to work more. Sharoo, you have to bring more. Sharoo, you have to work a lot. So, it will just give me a little push that, okay, Sharoo has to do some more work. And, then I'll just keep working more hard, joyously hard, yes, of course. That, yes, there are people who want to change. There are people who want to listen. There are people who want to know what spirituality means and what it is. So thank you so much, Shantagaru. Thank you so much, Shantagaru. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rita Garu. Thank you so much, Mez. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sachinji. Shukriya. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Vindaji. Me too. I love you and love all of you here. And the entire universe I love. So yeah, thank you so much. And I think more than me, I think you love the angels because they are the ones who are doing that. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, Anita ji. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nilima. Thank you so much. Shukriya. Dhanyawad. So मुझे आज बहुत प्यार मिल गया. I've got a lot of love from all of you. So I don't know, where will I keep it? I mean, I just have to, sink that love inside of me today. So this weekend I'm going to use to process that love. So I'm so glad and thankful to all of you who are here listening to me and who are here, who have taken out the precious time out of their weekends. So thank you so very much. Shukriya. Thank you, and have a beautiful weekend ahead. And may the angels be there to guide you, guard you, protect you, and love you. Thank you, Sachinji. Thank you so very much. So, Nilima, should we wind up?
Yes, Sharoo.
Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. Good night and have a beautiful weekend ahead. Keep spreading the smile and keep smiling as well. Thank you, Sharda Garu. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye and good night. Bye-bye.